If you're into public speaking, what's more difficult? The long speech, the long presentation, or the short one? I know what I think. The longer the presentation, the easier it is. Providing, of course, you know your subject matter. Because in the short presentation, you're expected to put a lot into a short space. This is always a tight fit. But in the long presentation, particularly the workshop, something that goes all day, providing you know your subject matter, all you need is a few headers written on a piece of cardboard or something like that on the lectern, or perhaps on a wall chart, to keep you on track and keep you entertaining and educating and enlightening that audience for hours on end. And you enjoy it more. The 20-minute presentation takes a lot of work. The 7-minute presentation, often in Toastmasters, the 5 to 7 minute presentation, can take, unless you're a very experienced speaker, a lot of rehearsal and practice. I can remember the very first speech I did in Toastmasters, and I spent ages, hours, thinking, what am I going to say and how am I going to say it? And all it was is a little short biography about my own life to be presented to an audience of around 20 people, all males in those days, about 10 to 15 years older than me, and to try to do it without showing too much nervousness. Quite frankly, I was petrified. Can't remember hardly a thing I said. All I can remember is that my right leg was trembling, absolutely trembling under my trousers leg, and I'm wondering if anyone can see it. Now I'm comfortable to get up and give a presentation which will last for a long time because I've had lots of practice. And it is a fact. The longer the presentation, that's a helicopter going overhead, by the way. The longer the presentation is, generally speaking, the easier it is for a speaker. Now, if you're a professional speaker, you won't be speaking to audiences for 5 or 10 minutes. Probably 20 minutes is the very minimum. What you're expected to do if you're a keynote speaker, generally, is anything from 30 minutes to an hour. If you're a workshop presenter, half a day, maybe over a couple of days, maybe over a week. And if you have that information, you're the specialist in this particular area you're speaking, you will be able to do it comfortably. The beauty of the long presentation is you can throw in plenty of asides, you can work with the audience more closely, you can reminisce about stories and various things that happened to you or happened to friends. In other words, you can be far more conversational, far more relaxed. So never get frightened if someone says, we'd like you to speak for 40 minutes, and you've only been used to giving 5 to 7 minutes or 10-minute speeches. Don't worry about it. Providing you know your subject matter, you will easily be able to keep them entertained for those 40 minutes. Remember, the longer presentation is far easier on the speaker than the short one.